bus or something. She just didn't come home on the bus.
More and more leads are coming in, more and more information. The leads that we're receiving right now have law enforcement officers working in 19 states.
Said he took her because apparently he wants her all to himself.
We have specific, we have credible information that Carlie Trent is in imminent danger of serious bodily harm or death.
We love you, we miss you, and we will find you.
Carlie Trent, the 9-year-old, the center of the Amber Alert, has been found safe. Gary Simpson, her alleged abductor, is in custody.
Joy, happiness. I'm so relieved that I just asked her, if she was glad to see Daddy and her sister, and she was happy.
I'm just very thankful to the Lord that we were able to find her and get her back safely.
All right, breaking news at Local 8 News was first to bring you just moments ago. The search for 9-year-old Carlie Trent is over, and it appears it has ended in the best possible way. Good evening, glad you're here. I'm Ted Hall.
And I'm Amanda Harrow. We were first in the entire state to bring you this news. The TBI, the U.S. Marshals Service, both confirming to us just moments ago that Carlie and her uncle were found near Highway 70 North and Gravelly Road in Hawkins County.
It's about 13 miles north of Rogersville, which is where our Local 8 News anchor Lauren Davis has been today. Lauren, you've already had a chance to interview some folks about this. Tell us a little bit more about how the pair was tracked down.
Well, we don't know that yet. We're trying to figure that out at this moment. But let me just tell you the feeling here. I mean, we have people from the community just coming out crying. A lot of people are crying because this has been such an emotional time. You have to imagine this is such a tiny city. And for something like this to happen, for the TBI command post to come in here to set up here in their town for 6 or 7 days, this has really grabbed a lot of them.
We want to go to Twitter now. This is actually trending nationally on Twitter, hashtag CarlieTrent. You see right there at the top, the TBI. People from all over the country sharing their elation over this news that many had hoped for, many had waited for, and finally we're able to report this to you.
Okay. Lauren Davis is standing by with the chief of police. What can we learn? Take it away, Lauren.
Yeah, I'm here with Doug Nelson. Doug, tell me, how is Carlie first and foremost?
I'm not sure on her condition yet. They are taking her to a local hospital to get her checked out. I'm not sure if she has any injuries or anything yet, but we're just glad that it's confirmed that she is found, has been rescued, and on her way to, help with the authorities.
Heather, I believe you have a witness. What did this person witness?
I do. She said that there were police cars, sirens swarming up the road. Now, I want to let you guys know we are the only people here. We're on Gravelly Valley Road. Actually, pass the phone over to Rhonda because she was here when this all happened. This is Rhonda Bryant, who you're speaking to.
Rhonda, thank you so much for joining us. Amanda and Ted here. Talk to us a little bit about what you saw.
First I heard two four-wheelers, going back in on a hillside about 200 yards from my house. And we figured, well, they found something back there.
And we're looking now at exclusive video over your area, Hawkins County, of the scene. Exclusive video from our Eye in the Sky, Pete Michaels here, Rhonda, as we continue to talk with you. Can you speak a little bit about how difficult it must have been for search crews to find them?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it would have been very difficult because of the green leaves on the trees now, and it's such a wooded area.
Until you go to Hawkins County and you drive through Rogersville and you're in the middle of it, only then do you realize really how isolated you are and how people could be hiding anywhere.
Yeah, I'm here with Ronnie Lawson. He is the sheriff of Hawkins County. Tell us, how is Carlie doing tonight?
She seems to be doing very well. She's on her way to a hospital in Johnson City to be examined by a doctor, and she seems to be okay.
We just got off the phone with James, Carlie's father. He was clearly driving to the hospital. Yeah. He's telling us he's just so overwhelmed that it ended this way, and he's heading to the hospital where Carlie's getting checked out. He just wants to see his daughter and get to her as quickly as possible.
Josh, tell us how you're feeling today. Your cousin Carlie found safe.
I'm feeling great. Ecstatic, overjoyed, proud of the community that I live in more than anything.
All right, Josh, we're going to stay on the line for us because we do want to speak more with you about this. We're going to dip in now to the TBI News Conference in Nashville.
Strategies were put in place to aid in bringing Carlie home. One of these techniques is to ask the public to check their property, barns, outbuildings, and four-wheel trails. 2 conscientious Hawkins County residents did just that.
You're gonna want to get this. That's what Roger Carpenter told me just seconds before this happened. On this ATV is Donnie Lawson. On this one, Stuart Franklin. The 2 men now being hailed as heroes. They're the ones the TBI is crediting for finding missing 9-year-old Carlie Trent and her accused kidnapper, her uncle, Gary Simpson.
I think the Lord leading us, because each one of us has been praying, every day to, help us to find this little girl. And so finally, answer prayers.
Franklin says it was his 2 daughters who inspired his search efforts. As for why he chose Gravelly Valley Road,
there's a lot of abandoned cabins in the area, and it's a lot of, wilderness in here.
it was all the way up this terrain, seemingly only reachable by ATV. Franklin says he passed the area before, but this time, something made him check it.
We ought to love each other more. This is sad. Something like this to happen in East Tennessee. We're the volunteer state. We're better than this.
Roger Carpenter was searching with the group, but at the time of the rescue was looking in a different area.
Something just kept telling us to come back to Gravelly Valley, and I think I know what that something was. That's why I wear this shirt.
It was fate and determination that put these men in the right place at the right time.
Very thankful to the Lord that we were able to find her and get her back safely.
The one person that's the happiest that she is back tonight, safe and sound, is of course Linda Simpson, Gary's wife, but also Carlie's aunt, a woman that's been with her since she was born and has helped raise her over the last 2 years. Go ahead and listen to what she had to say about her niece being found safe tonight.
She was glad to see Daddy and her sister, and she was happy. I'm going to say hi, little sweetie. I sure have been missing you. It was a great big hug. I'm a religious person. I'll have to try to forgive him, but, I can't forget it. The main thing I've learned is you just really can't trust anybody anymore.
Yeah, Linda saying that she really can't trust anybody, talking about her husband of 36 years that she said she would never think he would ever do anything like this.
And Amanda, earlier this week, if you didn't get a chance to see it, it had an exclusive interview with Carlie's dad, James.
And I asked him this question. I said, that moment when she's finally rescued and returned to you, how are you going to feel? And he said, really, it's going to be a bittersweet moment.
It'd be a great moment, but then again, it's going to be a scary moment because I'm just wondering, how's she going to be? Is she going to be as happy as she was? Is she going to be scared to death of everybody?
Yeah, Amanda also asked Carlie's dad if he had a feeling where they were. Were they hiding in just some rural area? And it turns out that's where they were found.
Local 8 News reporter Heather Burian spent part of the evening with Carlie, and Heather, at times, family members say it's as if she was never gone.
Yeah, what was the mood at the home there, Heather?
Yeah, if you didn't know what Carlie Trent has been through this past week, you probably would never know by looking at her. When I pulled up, her aunts and uncles were all on the porch watching her play. She and her sister were doing flips on the trampoline, running races around the house, and playing with Carlie's pet dog and her pet rabbit, proudly named Alligator. Now, we don't know the details of what Carlie has been through, but at the end of the day, she's just a 9-year-old girl. How good does it feel to be home and playing with your sister?
It feels good.
Did you miss it a little bit? Yeah. Now, James Trent, he says he doesn't know the details of what happened that day either, and he's not going to pry. He's going to wait till the time is right and have Carlie come to him.
It may show later or something, I don't know. As of right now, she seems, kids are resilient to this type of thing, I suppose, and whatever she might have going on, she's holding it inside, at this point. But I know she's really happy to get back home.
Well, pretty quiet out here on Main Street right now, and that's probably a good thing. After the week that this community has had, I think they're ready for just some downtime. I spoke to Carlie's principal this morning, who says the entire community is really to thank for bringing her home. Now, I know a lot of you are wondering about Gary Simpson, and new this morning, you're going to take a look at Gary's mugshot. This is it right here. This is from Hawkins County Jail. Again, Simpson is charged with especially aggravated kidnapping of his 9-year-old niece, Carlie Trent. Authorities say he took Carlie out of school under false pretenses, and he may face additional charges to come.